Good morning, everyone. It is a miserable grey day here in England. It's about 9 o'clock and today we are planning a day in the house to clean out all of the pets. Since we moved and since we've been unpacking everything, the pets have all begun to need doing all on one day. So we are going to take you along with us, which means you get a sneaky peek at a few of our pets. I'm hoping to do some pet introduction videos for you guys at some point, but it means you get a little look behind the scenes at the absolute glamour that is looking after the menagerie that we do. So first things first, I'm gonna get dressed. And now let's get on with the day. Thank you. Good boy. The next animal that we're going to clean out is the hedgehog. Now, I'm not going to show you too much of the poop wiping and all of that glamorousness. What I will show you is her little pen that she loves to run around in and her running around in it. And all the other pets waiting to see her. Obviously, we don't let them anywhere near her when we get her out. So this is her playpen. She's got, you know those tunnels that you get in pet shops for cats? There's the ones that you can like pop open like a pop-up tent. And then she has this, which is like another little pop-up tent enclosure thing. So both of these fold down really easily and we can keep them. And then we throw all her fresh blankets over the top of the tunnel so she feels all safe, so that she can wake up properly. She's got this jingly toy and then all these pom-poms which she loves to dig around in about 10 minutes when she comes out properly. So we keep her on these sheets, excuse the poops, and then every 3 days, we've got a few of them, so every 3 days we take the sheets out, shake all the poo out and then put them through the wash. Are you enjoying that squeaky fox, Miss Lola? Oh, hello! Say bonus doggos! Bonus doggos! What are we doing next, James?
Do my eyes cross?
No, they just go upwards.
Oh, it feels like they're going in.
Try again. Look downwards and do it. No, downwards. There. Do it. Now they're crossed.
My eyes hurt now.
Your eyes hurt now.
We're doing the lizards.
We're bathing the lizards now. Okay. So the next job we are doing is a very fun, oh, it's really dark, there we go, a very fun and exciting one that we really enjoy doing and we do once every 2 weeks. We are going to bath the lizards. George says, did I just hear the B word? No, don't bath me. So this angry little bean is George. He's not impressed because he thought I was feeding him. But it's bath time. Ready? Yeah? Oh, not ready. Come on then. There you go. And I don't know whether you can see, but here he's got a little ring of shed that needs to come off. So this bath is perfectly timed, isn't it, George? Are you going to go up to the shallow end? So we actually only got George about a year ago, but he's about 8 years old, and I don't think he'd, oh my goodness, I don't think he'd ever been bathed until we got him, so this is never his favourite experience. So we don't leave him in for too long, we just let him have his soak to help his skin, and then we take him back out again. So we'll just see. Hopefully this little soak will help this patch of stuck shed to start coming off. So you just saw George the bearded dragon, and now we have Hercules, who is our blue-tongued skink, but we call him Little Man because he should be bigger than this, bless him. So these baths help with their skin. They help them to defecate properly, so if there's anything stuck, it softens up all of that area. Helps with blood flow, and they're also cold-blooded, so a nice warm room temperature bath can help with their mobility and all sorts. So they're not the biggest, you know, enjoyers of bath time. Okay, so the next job we are doing is emptying the fish tank. We do a 25% water change once a week, and we clean the sides down and just give it a big freshen up, don't we? And we have a special contraption system so that we don't have to do it with buckets, and that we can just drain the water into the nearest outside drain. So again, cue the time lapse. So then basically this thing, James puts it all in the gravel because I hate the way it feels. It feels like nails down a blackboard when the gravel scrapes on the glass. But that thing goes into the gravel and like sucks all the grossness, like all the old food and poo and all that grossness out of the gravel. So it's not just a water change that we do, we're actually actively cleaning the gunk and grunge out of here. Then I take the fish sponge, give it all a good wipe. And now we fill her up. You're mean! Thank you. Damn. I will splash you. I will splash you. No, that was revenge. Stop it. Stop it. No, good poor fish. Ta-da! Clean fish tank. Okay, so the last pet that I'm going to be cleaning out with you all in this video is the snails. Full disclosure, this is a completely different day, so I'm just going to show you a quick tidy up of these guys because they are really gross. They are getting an upgrade on their tank in the next 2 weeks because they've all had huge growth spurts, and it's starting to get kind of a little bit crowded in here with 5 of them, and I want them to grow as much as possible. You do keep them in a smaller tank than you would expect when they are smaller, just because the closer they are to the food and the easier that they can find the food and can find the cuttlefish and things, the better they're going to grow and the sort of bigger they're going to get overall. So they are in a slightly smaller tank than you would expect, but they are going to have an upgrade very soon. Okay, so the first thing to do is take off the lid. This is a modified tank because this is just a little fish tank that my friend had in her classroom that she very kindly let me have because these snails are from her classroom snails. I kept 6 eggs and we got 4 babies out of it. I gave 1 baby to my sister, I kept 3, and then I bought 2 from a very, very ethical, brilliant breeder from Bugs UK, because I wanted different colour variations. So I'm just going to take the lid off and get them all out, which I can't do while I hold the camera. Okay, so that is all 5 snails out. So 1, 2, 3 are the babies that we grew, and then 1, 2 are the ones that I then purchased. Look how cute they all are. You're coming to say hello. And this lid is disgusting. How do they do this in 2-3 days? Anyway, 5 snails on a plastic lid that needs cleaning, and a very disgusting snail enclosure. So I'm not going to go into too much detail with this. I'm literally just going to take out the fake plant, the wood, the cuttlefish, which needs replacing. Now I would normally give that a rinse and then put it back in, but those 2 are right down to the backbone, so I'm going to get new ones. And I will show you this when it's all tidied up, clean down the sides, give everything a wash. I'm not going to do a soil change this time because I did it last time. You should always leave a little bit of their soil in there if you do have snails, just because they thrive on the good bacteria, so you should never do a full change. Okay, let's clean this out. I just want to put a quick disclaimer over the top of the footage of these snails, just to let you know that I do not endorse or recommend breeding these snails at home. The market is super oversaturated with them, and there are hundreds of breeders online that you can find. If you are going to buy them online, please look for an ethical breeder. Please look for someone who is, you know, doing this as their full-time job. And also, if you are going to consider these snails as pets, you have to consider the disposal of their eggs, because even if you have one snail on its own, they are hermaphroditic, so they can actually breed with themselves under the right kind of circumstances. So you have to dispose of their eggs, because they can lay clutches of up to like 200 eggs, and you really don't want 200 snail babies, because the market is so oversaturated that you're just not going to be able to sell them. So you have to consider egg disposal. Our chosen egg disposal method is freezing. We find it the easiest. We just pop all the eggs in a little tub and pop them in the freezer. I personally think that that's the most humane way. Other people choose to do it different ways. Whatever is your personal choice. So yeah, if you are going to have giant African land snails as pets, please do a lot of research, because that's what I've done. I'm going to do a more in-depth video on these snails and my process and, you know, our choices and decisions on having them as pets, but I just wanted to include this little disclaimer because there are a lot of sort of things you need to understand before you consider having them as pets. But they are fab. I do really enjoy having them. So this is the snails all cleaned out and wiped down. They've got fresh cuttlefish. I haven't put their food in there yet for them, just because it fills this whole area and then you wouldn't be able to see them. I'm going to give them a spray down as well, because they love it nice and humid. Look at them all, look how happy they are. Little happy snails. Names wise, this is Athena. This is Rod, the Radatzi, because that's what his colour is. Then you've got Atlas, and then these 2 are really hard to tell the difference. That one's Quasimodo and that one's Tigger. Look how cute they all are. And that is it for our private zoo clean out our pet with us video. If you did like it, please consider giving the video a like, subscribing to my channel, leaving a comment down below about which one of the pets was your favourite. Archie's enjoying his tickles right now. Yeah, there'll be many more pet videos on this channel because they're such a big part of our life. Thanks guys, see you next time.